Hello, and welcome back to the Inside Loop. My name is Justin. In this very special episode, we're taking a look back at a story that wasn't covered in the original video done on General Bob Butcher, but instead, I felt that, first of all, the video itself, the first one, was long enough as it is, and I felt that this story in particular needed a spotlight, and so that's what this video is all about. Um, Thank you again. On a personal side note, I'd like to thank General Bob Butcher for his leadership and his commitment to the museum. And with that special dedication, please enjoy.
When I was the squadron that I joined before I went into Vietnam was VMA-311, the Tomcats. If you look at a patch of the Tomcats, it shows a tomcat, black tomcat with a white chest, riding a bomb. And when we left Iwakuni, Japan, to go to Vietnam, Chulai, Vietnam, the mama san in a bar there gave our CO a scrawny black tomcat with a white chest. So we took Tom in country with us, and the CO said, we're going to fly Tom 20 missions so he can get an air medal. And so we were well on the way to getting Tom his 20 missions. In fact, he had flown 19. And he did it all at night on a TPQ flight where you take off, go straight ahead. You drop the bombs on radar by someone directing you where to drop. Then you come back, come straight in and land. Easy, a piece of cake. Put Tom in a helmet bag off to your right-hand side and he sits there. He didn't move, he didn't threaten to move, he just sat there until you came back. Well, he had flown 19 and he was scheduled for his 20th the night before we were getting our first air medal awarded to us by the commanding general. And the weather was so bad that they had thunderstorms that they had to cancel the TPQ flights. So I was scheduled to lead a flight taking off at 7 o'clock the next morning. I would be back long before the ceremony at 10. And the CO told the people on the flight line to tell Butcher to take Tom with him on that mission he's going on 7. So I'd flown with Tom before, so I put Tom in a helmet bag, set him off to the side, took off. When everything was normal, we got our mission brief, and of course I was dropping bombs, so it was a steep dive angle and then a 4G pullout. Tom had never felt G's before, and he didn't like them. So after that first 4G pullout, I heard and felt some scrambling off to the side, but I was busy getting ready to line up for the next. It was close air support, and the Marines in trouble. And so I didn't pay any attention to him. Tom got out of the bag, and he started trying to find a way out of the airplane. He would be down around my feet, around behind me. But behind me is not a place you want anything to be, because that's where the wires, and they're exposed wires that control the ejection seat. So had he pulled those wires out and I was ejected, that would not have been fun, because the people on the ground where I would have landed did not like me very well. So it would not have been fun. But fortunately, he didn't. And fortunately, after I got through dropping my bombs, I managed to capture him, put him back in the bag, and tie it shut this time. And then when I got back to the flight line, normally you handed Tom and on the fourth run, this is one I'll never forget as long as I live. On my fourth run, Tom happened to be on the glare shield, on that shields the air, shields you from the sun's rays on the instrument panel. And as I put the 4Gs on, he was sitting on the instrument panel, pressed up against it, trying to run, but couldn't. And as soon as the G's went off, started running again. I'll take that thing to the grave with that memory to the grave with me. But we got back and I landed, put him in, handed the bag to the plane captain. I said, do not let him out, because we were going to have the ceremony in another hour and a half. And if it had been let out, we'd have never seen Tom again, I'm sure. So we kept him in the bag, and I took him into the ready room, let him out, and he dove under a chair immediately. And he stayed there until the CO took him out, put him back in the helmet bag because there was no way he was going to sit still on the pillow that the CO had made for him. So Tom got his air medal in the helmet bag, but he got an air medal because he'd flown 20 missions.
Well, that about wraps up this episode of The Inside Loop. My name was Justin. If you enjoyed this content, please leave a like and subscribe for more. And now it gives me no great pleasure to announce that the Flying Leatherneck Aviation Museum will be closing permanently with a tentative date set March 31st, this March 31st. So please visit while you can, and if you want to learn more about the situation surrounding this exit, you can visit our website, look us up on Facebook, or more importantly, you can sign a change.org petition to save the museum. A link, of course, will be in the description below. And so I'd like to personally reflect on the museum itself. It's been around for 20 years, more than 20 years. And of those 20, I've been around for approximately 1. But even so, in that time frame, I've learned so much, not just about Marine Corps aviation, but about myself and the values I want to stand for as a human being and as a citizen of the United States. So, with that in mind, thank you so much for instilling those within me, because without this program and without the museum itself, those would not happen. I'd still be the same dumb kid I was a year ago. To those people who have contributed so much to the museum, like the gift shop attendees, to the operations manager, to the curator, and the docent staff, you are what gives this museum meaning. Without the docents, these aircraft would just be monuments to a bygone era, to experiences and sacrifices that people can't comprehend. But through your stories and experiences and your information, visitors can understand and carry forth lessons that they can use in their own lives. And so, to all those who continue to preserve, honor, and inspire, thank you. This has been The Inside Loop. My name was Justin Whitney, signing off.